Greetings and salutations, it's Off-Grid Warrior, and today I shall be unboxing this little puppy here. This is the Alaskan MKIII. It is a chainsaw mill. I've never played with a chainsaw mill before, so this is a first. We're going to unbox it, we're going to put it together, and tomorrow I'll be using it and I'll be getting that on camera for you guys. I'll be probably posting that up in another video. First use of the mill. I'm going to be using the mill with my new little beast over here. It's a 661 Stihl. This probably only has about half an hour on it. Love this little chainsaw here. I cannot say enough good things about it. Well, it's not quite a little, but it's got the 32-inch bar on it. Anyways, enough about the chainsaw. This is about the mill. I'm going to take a quick pause here and we'll start unboxing it. Okay, so let's do this. Thought I would give you a quick show and tell. What's on the back here? Model G776 Alaskan MKIII milling attachment. Clamps onto your chainsaw. Converts your saw into a portable milling machine. Manufactured from blah blah blah. You guys get the idea. If you want to read all of that, feel free to pause the video and read it. But let's get stuck into the juice, the meat of this. We have here, I'm guessing maybe we should have opened it the other way. That would make more sense. Okay, here we go. What do we have in the box? Chainsaw accessories and tools. Appears to be a little brochure with some other stuff you can buy from Granberg. And here we have assembly instructions and parts list. Okay, now of course I don't know about you guys, but this is something I very seldom look at when I'm putting anything together. I tend to only refer to the manual when things start not to work or not fit together. But actually, looking at this, I think I'll pay a little more attention. It does seem to be a lot of parts, screws, numbered screws that I need to be put together here. And then here we see how to make lumber with the Alaskan Chainsaw Mill. Appears to be a little guide how to make your own slabbing rails, and so on. Guide rails. This seems pretty straightforward. I'm sure you guys have researched how to make your own rails. I know some people use step ladders and things like that, but I'm probably going to go this route with just creating my own guide rails. Anyways, so yeah, we have a couple tips here on how to set your log up and so on. Okay, pretty straightforward. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's take a look what's in the bag here. This bag seems to be stuck down to the bottom of the box on this piece. That's kind of handy. And we'll just cut this open and get all these pieces out. Bits and pieces everywhere. Looking at the pieces, it does not look too intimidating. The actual setup manual looks more intimidating than what the actual pieces look. So that's that part. Let's take a look at the rails for this. I'm like a kid in a candy store or with Christmas presents. I just want to rip open the box and get this stuff out. Let's see if I can shake it out. There we go. Okay, so pretty simple. Rails, rails. Nothing else in there. Okay, so quick pause, we'll get back to this and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, there's not too many parts in this box. If we take a look at them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. There's a tool, I have a handle over here, which I guess is really should go there, and we have a bag of odds and sods, screws, nuts, washers, and so on. So, first appearance, not much to it, should be fairly straightforward. Okay, so this is pretty much step one, and I'm not going to videotape all of this, guys. It's just a lot of stop, starting, reading. That's just going to be pretty boring. So here we've got some carriage bolts. These guys go on. Handle, something like that. Took me a little time to figure something out that's really quite simple, but it's just a little confusing with nuts, hex nuts, where they go. You just have to read the directions, guys. I'm not reading directions. I put together, then it doesn't work, and I have to go back to directions. You think at this point in my life I would have learned not to do that, but yeah. There we go. So this is really step one, getting this handle onto the railing. Obviously not tightening anything up just yet. Right, onwards. Okay, so here we're lining up the what do they call this? This is the end bracket. We're lining it up to the rails, sliding in these carriage bolts. Carriage bolt this side. And putting on 2 washers and nuts. That's pretty much step 2. So we've got handle, we've got this end bracket, and let's see what step 3 is. Okay, step 3 is pretty much we're duplicating what we did in step 2. This time we're putting the second end bracket on the end here. So, like I said, pretty much a duplication of what we did on the other side. Need some washers. And then the hex nuts right here. Finger tight. And I noticed if you look at this first bracket, you'll see the these V notches are facing in the same direction, both outwards. Just if you look at the plan there, both V's out in the same direction. For a second there I thought they had to both be facing inwards like this one, but nope. Anyways, you got the idea. End brackets are on, handles on. We're on to step 4. Step 4 was pretty much threading this bar through the brackets, this top bar into the brackets, then inserting these pan heads over here, and we're then going to get the nuts on these, securing the bar in place. Again, just finger tight. This side is to be flush, supposedly, and that would be step 4, so let's get that done. Okay, so we're at step 5 here, which is this little assembly, the adjustment bar, this little nose. I'm not sure what they call that. It is, bear with me, nose guard. Yeah, so we're putting that together, adjustment bar and clamp area with this nose guard, and it's fairly simple. Bolts, washers, go through the adjustment bar, through the nose guard, into this clamping, bottom of the clamp area, and there are nuts welded on the bottom over here. So let's do that now. Here we are, step 6, and step 6 is pretty much a duplicate of step 5. This time we're dealing with the adjustment bar and clamp area for the other side. So that's completed step 5. Adjustment bar, you can see has some markings on it. That's going to give you your depth when you're cutting, that you can set. And yeah, so we're just doing step 6 is the opposite side, same sort of thing. Bolts go through. This is the clamping area, welded nuts on the bottom. Let's get step 6 out of the way. Right, on to step 7, which basically consists of putting this adjustment post, connecting it to everything else, and you can see that's fairly easy. I need this little U-bolt over here, this little doodad. And then we're going to need some washers. And these guys. Coupling nuts, that's what they are being referred to. Coupling nuts. So there we go. That's step 7. And step 8 is pretty much going to be very similar. We'll just be putting an adjustment post on the other side. Let's do that. Right on. Step 8, much of the same. Whoa. It's falling apart here. That's what happens. Everything is just thumb tight. Okay, let's try this again. back to step 8, problem averted. So we're just putting the other post on the opposite end. Need this little nose doodad. There we go. Adjustment post being secured. Yeah. Blonde moment, guys. Excuse me. Going that way. Just pretend you didn't see that. Okay, I never did that. Washers. Go on. There we go. Second post, adjustment post done. And let's see what step 9 has in store for us. So step 9 is pretty much, you know, get your chainsaw and mill connected. And that pretty much involves just sliding the chainsaw. Oh man, well done. Getting your chainsaw through this little clamp area here, and you really have to take that clamp area off. Oh, rain is just starting to come down outside. Anyways, you want to get this open as much as you can without dropping the bottom bracket off. So basically I put that bottom bracket on and gave this a quarter turn so I could get into those nuts, and it's just hanging there. I'm going to attempt to slide the bar in there. So let's put this back together. Like I said, everything is pretty much finger tight right now, and that's what it says to do. So anytime I move it, everything comes apart. I'm sure with time I'll figure out the best way to do this, but everything is loose, as they say in the instructions. So I'm going to attempt to slide this bar in. Somewhere in the manual, I believe it says keep at least about an inch of distance between the front of the chainsaw and the actual mill. So I guess at this point we're trying to get the end of the chainsaw in here. That looks okay to me. Everything is just so loose. Also want to make sure that your bar is, or the clamp, the little welded bottom on this clamp is center on your bar before you tighten anything up. I like that. Looks good. I'm right now looking at the middle of the bar, trying to keep this clamp center as possible. And grab the supplied tool. Just going to snug up on this part on the clamps here. Nice and center. Double check this end. Always center. Looking good. Oh, Snugging up. Okay, so the bars here, I think I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is for a 36-inch setup. This bar is 32. You can see I've got ample space on the end to get this even wider on a larger bar. The reason why I went with a larger bar is, you know, I just wanted to be able to accommodate anything large in the future that I may cut down or want to process. It just seemed pointless to me to get one that's specific for a 25-inch bar, which I sometimes run on this, or a 32-inch. I mean, why not go as big as I think I could possibly go? That way it's going to give me play. And by the looks of things, if I never get to use or to cut anything larger, you know, I can always cut these ends if it's a little too unwieldy, or order, you know, the length bars for a shorter setup. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pretty much snug everything up, line everything up. This is supposedly, this top little bar over here, round bar, is supposed to be flush with the exit. So I'm going to get everything in place, snug it up, and I'll let you know what that's how that turned. Okay, and there you have it. That is a heavy one for sure, but you know, you just don't know until you get it going and try it. I'm sure it will be a trial by error. Lastly, I'm just going to put these little caps on. Be interesting to see how long those actually stay in there. Go around, guys. And there you have it, guys. It's a monster, all right. Anyways, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of thing. We'll be frying this up. Keep an eye out for the video of me using this for the first time. Fingers crossed, no fingers get chopped off. And I'll report back, let you know what that's like. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you got some use out of this video. Cheers.